I am afraid of what the Thunder are going to do to the Los Angeles Lakers. It will not be pretty, and it will not be painless.
But knowing what the OKC Thunder were able to do to them during the regular season with Luka there, it leaves little hope, Scoop.
Obviously, they're going to be severe underdogs.
But let me be very, very clear, okay? Lakers going home very early. At the most, 5, and I anticipate they might get swept.
It was a beatdown from OKC. They beat them by an average of 29 points. So what needs to happen for the Lakers to have a chance in this series?
I mean, Scoop, when you lead with that, 4 games by an average of 29 plus points, you like to say they need a miracle for something to happen for them to win. But
the Thunder don't just beat you. They take your will to live. The Thunder don't just beat you. They quite literally make you disappear 6 feet deep into the ground.
Williams to the hole, feeding up on the wing. Here's a three. George transition. Thank you, Lou George. Get all those impossible little things.
And that's exactly what he can do. A little bit of a zone look defensively from the Lakers. Home green.
Knocked. Hope the referees let him play a little bit. And all the way live.
We got the Lakers with their gold unis as SGA.
The numbers say Lakers have no chance. The defending champions, the #1 seed, 4 wins, 0 losses, by an average of 29.5 points. But somebody forgot to tell LeBron James that. And right now, every single NBA fan in the world is having the exact same argument. Because one analyst said, and I am quoting directly, what the Thunder are going to do to the Lakers is illegal in 49 of 50 states. But LeBron James just outscored an entire NBA playoff roster by himself in a single quarter, without Luka Doncic, without his full roster. So which one is it? Miracle or Masterplan? Because the truth about this series is more complicated and more fascinating than anyone is giving it credit for. Let us get into it.
Moments we felt Houston pressuring, like the maximum amount of pressure they put on us. That's OKC's baseline. That's their floor. I mean, you're talking about a team that's they're top 5 in every category that's disruptive base. Steals, blocks, turnovers, forced, all that stuff.
It out the way we did, especially. Next is OKC. Got to go in there and battle. Yeah, we'll be ready.
You know, we saw a stat in our morning meeting this morning, like of teams that have had back-to-back or even more than that, 10 or more better net ratings in consecutive seasons. You're talking about the 95-96 Bulls, the 96-97 Bulls, and then the 15 through 17 Warriors. You're literally talking about 2 of the greatest teams of all time.
3% from downtown. The Thunder shooting almost 60%.
We got 9 combined threes as Doncic.
2 ball clubs.
Doncic is going to
driving left and finishing right.
And Doncic continues the aerial assault from outside.
Let us start with the honest truth about Oklahoma City. Because this is not just a good team. This is not just a dangerous matchup. Redick, the Lakers' own head coach, said it himself in a press conference. He said the Thunder have a higher net rating than the 95-96 Bulls, than the 96-97 Bulls, than the 2015 through 2017 Warriors. Those are 2 of the greatest teams in NBA history. And Redick looked a reporter dead in the eye and said the Thunder are one of the greatest teams ever assembled in NBA history. That is just the reality. And then he said something that should terrify every single Lakers fan. He said the maximum pressure that Houston gave us in the first round, that is the baseline. That is the Thunder's worst. Let that land. Houston's best was OKC's minimum. 64-18 this season, #1 defense rating, #1 net rating at plus 11.1, top 3 in steals, top 5 in blocks. And they do all of this without fouling. That is what makes them truly unique. Every other elite defensive team in NBA history fouled to disrupt. OKC does not need to. They are long enough, smart enough, disciplined enough. And leading all of that, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 3 games against the Lakers this season. 27 plus points, 8 assists, 64.2% true shooting. And here is what makes him genuinely terrifying. The strategy that worked against Houston, double-team the star, let everyone else beat you, does not work against OKC. Against Houston, outside of Durant, nobody could create consistently. Double Durant, the others struggled. Against OKC, Shai has 9 teammates who have all shot at least 35% from 3 and attempted at least 3.5 threes per game. 9 shooters, all 1 pass away, all ready to punish the moment you send help. You send 2 at Shai, someone is wide open every single time. That is a completely different problem, and the Lakers have no clean answer for it.
I'm told right now Luka Doncic will be out to start the series against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Lakers are evaluating Doncic on a week-to-week basis with that grade 2 hamstring strain, so he's missed about a month right now. One source told me in the last few days it's still a slow path on Doncic's recovery. He's doing more and more on the court, but right now still not full-fledged running or full contact workout.
You know, when you come back from a hamstring injury like this, you have to ramp up, you have to play contact basketball, you have to play 3-on-3 and 5-on-5. He hasn't played for a month. He's not doing any of that right now. So,
Understood.
You know, they do get an interesting little break here because the other games tonight push the start of the series to Tuesday, and that'll push out the series pretty much as far in the calendar as it can go. And I have no idea how Luka's going to be 14 days from now, but most likely you're not going to see Luka Doncic at the front end of this series, maybe at least for another week to 10 days on the minimum. So the Lakers are going to have a reality they're going to have to do it without.
Street is Luka's not even close to getting back on the court, but
Now, let us talk about the elephant in the room, Luka Doncic. Right now, 5 reporters, 4 different sources, all saying the same thing. Brian Windhorst, not close, week to 10 days minimum. Shams Charania, out to start the series, evaluated week to week. John Ireland, not even running yet. Brett Siegel, 12 to 13 days away from being reintegrated into actual practice. The Lakers' #1 option, their MVP candidate, the player their entire offensive system is built around, cannot run at full speed right now. And remember, the last time the Lakers played OKC at close to full strength, they were down 32 points at halftime. That is the game Luka pulled his hamstring. That is the game Reeves left with an oblique injury. The OKC do not just beat you, they make you disappear. And their entire defensive strategy against Luka is already mapped out. Lou Dort, face guarding, physical, relentless, funneling Luka away from the basket, away from the paint touches that make the entire Lakers offense work. In 2 games Luka was available this season, OKC held him to 15.5 points and 43.4 true shooting, forced 5 turnovers per game. And when Dort rests, Casey Wallace steps in. Same length, same physicality, same result. Now, can Luka figure it out? Absolutely. He is one of the best playoff scorers alive. But a Luka coming back from a grade 2 hamstring who has not played in over a month against the most disciplined defense in the league, that is not Luka at his best, and the Lakers need his absolute best to have any chance. And it is not just Luka. Let us talk about the other problems the Lakers are walking into, because there are several. Austin Reeves, 3 games against OKC this season, 14.7 points, 42% from the field, 32% from 3, nearly 5 turnovers per game. 5 turnovers against a team that ranks top 3 in steals in the entire NBA. OKC built their defensive system specifically to stop what Reeves does, pick-and-roll attacks, downhill drives, getting into his spots. OKC's length and discipline eliminates all of it. DeAndre Ayton, 4 games against OKC this season, 5.8 points, 4.8 rebounds. Outright terrible. The turnovers, Lakers averaged 14.5 per game. OKC ranked 2nd in the entire NBA in forcing turnovers. And here's the brutal reality check. Against Houston, the Lakers could survive turnovers because, outside of Durant, Houston had nobody who could consistently punish them in transition. OKC will punish every single one. They thrive in transition. It's how they break teams mentally, physically, emotionally.
One analyst broke it down perfectly. He said, for the Lakers to have any realistic chance in this series, they would need to shoot 65% from the field and 45% from three. He called those numbers nearly impossible against the best defensive team in basketball. So yes, when somebody says the Lakers need a miracle, you completely understand the math behind that statement. But here's where the other side of this argument begins, and it deserves to be heard.
Because here's what nobody is giving the Lakers credit for. OKC has absolutely no answer for LeBron James. None. Zero. Nothing. The team that everyone is calling unbeatable, the defending champions, have no one who can consistently check a motivated 41-year-old LeBron James, playing at the peak of his basketball intelligence. Lou Dort will be locked on Luka when he returns. That leaves LeBron hunting mismatches all series long. Off-ball screens, handoffs, post-up situations against undersized defenders. And we just watched what LeBron does with even a slight advantage. Outscored an entire NBA playoff roster in one quarter, closed out a series on the road at 41, made every single person in that locker room believe in something nobody outside those walls believed in. Then there's Marcus Smart. 2 games against OKC this season. 14 points per game, 45.5% from three, 5 3-pointers, 1.5 steals per game. Their one competitive game this season, February 9th, 119-110, was the game Marcus Smart played. And here is something fascinating that nobody is talking about. When Luka and Reeves were both out, the role players went to a completely different level. Marcus Smart dropped 25 points and 8 assists without his stars. Luke Kennard was an A-plus player for 3 straight games. Hungry dogs run faster. When the stars are gone, everyone else realizes they cannot hide anymore. They have to show up. Then there's the Rui Hachimura factor. He shot over 50% from 3 against Houston. If he maintains that, if he shoots lights out, it forces OKC to make defensive adjustments they are not used to making. And we know it can work because Dallas did it in 2024. PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr., Kyrie, shooting the lights out from everywhere. That is the only blueprint that has beaten this OKC team. And finally, the wild card that changes everything. Luka Doncic, around Game 3 or Game 4, hungry, motivated, with something to prove. Luka plus LeBron in a Game 7 against anyone on this planet, that is a bet I will take every single time. So here's where I actually stand. This is not going to be the sweep that the regular season beatdowns suggest, because random Tuesday night regular season games are completely different from a 7-game playoff series where film sessions change everything, where adjustments happen overnight, where LeBron James, 23 seasons deep, has forgotten more about winning than most coaches will ever know. But I am not going to pretend the Lakers are favorites. They're not. OKC is better right now. SGA is the best player in this series, and without a fully healthy Luka, the Lakers' ceiling is limited. Here is what I actually think happens. LeBron comes out aggressive, sets the tone immediately. The Lakers steal one in OKC behind LeBron's brilliance and Marcus Smart making SGA's life miserable. OKC responds. Their depth, their shooting, their relentless pressure overwhelm the Lakers in at least 2 games. Luka returns, Game 3 or 4, not fully healthy, but hungry in a way we've never seen from him. And if this series gets to a Game 7, LeBron James and Luka Doncic in one game against anyone on this planet, that is a bet I will take every single time. So here's the real question. Do the Lakers need a miracle, or do they have a master plan? JJ Redick says OKC is one of the greatest teams ever assembled. An analyst says what they'll do to the Lakers is illegal in 49 states. The regular season numbers are historically brutal. But LeBron James, 41 years old, has been counted out before, written off before, handed defeats before the series even started before, and every single time he has shown up. OKC is dangerous, historically dangerous, but this Lakers team is not going anywhere quietly, not with LeBron James leading them. So I want to hear from you right now. Lakers in 7 or OKC in 5? Do the Lakers steal a game? Does Luka come back and change everything? And can LeBron do the impossible one more time? Drop your prediction in the comments right now. Say it with your chest. See you in the next one.